2 Megapops is an achievement in Balloons Tower Defense 6 where you need to get 2 million or more pops with a single tower throughout the 95 rounds that consists within a CHIMPS game. A CHIMPS game, no continues or hearts lost, or you cannot get alternate income of any sort, no monkey knowledge at play, and no powers or setting. So today we're going to be doing this with the Pre-Emptive Strike. Now, you could say that, well, why don't we have Geraldo as our means of support? Well, we're going to be doing this with Brickle as our means of support, so that we can get a little bit more attack speed momentarily. So we're going to be having ourselves 2 different submarines over here, and what these are going to do is act as our eyes for our Pre-Emptive Strike. We're going to go 250 so that we can initialize that advanced intel. I've done a test game with this particular 2 Megapops, and what I find is if you use the Pre-Emptive Strike's ability to pop the bad and not deal with any of its innards, what you're going to find is that you're going to be losing out on about 20,000 damage worth of pops. So what that means is you're going to have a much smaller window space in order to actually get the 2 Megapops in and of itself. And when I did my Etienne 2 Megapops, there were still people who were like, nah, you didn't get it, you didn't get it, you didn't get 2 Megapops with Etienne, you didn't get it. That count at the very end with Etienne, that didn't match, despite the fact that the total damage was much less, you didn't get it. There are people out there who take things too literally and feel that what they say is, well, what everybody else has to oblige by anyways. Anyways, what we have here is, actually, I should have put down this sooner. This is going to be our Pre-Emptive Strike submarine here. And these 2 later on will be 302s or something like that, or 300s. We'll see how far we go along. I do want to get ballistic missile before we try and do this with only this submarine. Have like a 400 alchemist and jungle drums up as well, because we're not going to primarily need camo detection on our submarine when this or these 2 will act as decamifications. So round 16, Brickle is also here in order to act as some back support here in case balloons do kind of try and sneak past. Okay, so we've got advanced intel. We're going to go barbed dart so that we can take advantage of that additional pierce. Pierce is different from damage. Damage is how much damage can you perform per projectile. Pierce is how many different balloons can you go through without the projectile stopping. So if it has 5, then it can go through 4, and the 5th one is where the projectile will stop at. Hopefully that is a more clear definition. I should have put this down here actually. I'm going to restart this scenario. Right, we're back, and we're now on round 21. I did want to change the position of these slightly so that we have the 2nd submarine spawn on the map down here, so we can get this initial bit here so that our ballistic missiles can go over to that part of the map. Round 22 is done. Round 23, we're able to afford submersion support, which is going to be important for now actually. So round 24 is here. It's not always going to catch them here when it comes to the decamification, and actually I'm thinking about it now, it's barely going to be able to reach them at all, because of the fact it only has such a small amount of reach down here. Oh, we're going to need some support here? Nah, we're good. We're very good. So next up is going to be a ballistic missile, but I think we're still going to need this one unsubmerged at this given point in time because of all of these balloons here. So ballistic missile is going to help out, especially against round 63. This thing is surprisingly good against bunched up ceramics because of how it operates, and the blast radius in which these have is quite formidable as well, which is nice. So we need to upgrade this one to advanced intel and then submersion support as soon as possible. Mainly this one's going to do the decamification, but these are literally going to be our eyes for our ballistic missile and our darts from the soon-to-be preemptive strike, so that this can have a map-wide array of attack range. Because this upgrade here is so good. Halfway to, they're kind of making their way to the back, which is also a reason why I have Brick at the very back here, so that she is able to support our submarine with I forgot what the ability is called now, actually, naval tactics. There we go. And in some cases, we're going to have to use the blast chain so that the balloons don't escape this portion of the map over here as well. Believe it or not, we are going to be having a energizer down. Solely due to the fact that... Sorry, not energizer. The balloon towing reactor. Yeah. Having an energizer over here will mean that our abilities for any naval balloons will be at a reduced rate so that we can fire them more often. Good, if I can reach that, lovely. So I do want to place down an alchemist at some point as well. Yeah, let's just do the naval tactics now. Let's get through these rounds. Like, these mid rounds are probably going to be the most difficult ones that there are because of the fact that, well, we're kind of lacking when it comes to firepower at this given point in time. Like, ballistic missiles are important, but unfortunately, we are still struggling when it comes to all this. And we have to really rely on other towers before this is, at any given point in time, optimal at any point in time. There we go. Sorry about that. Let's see. Can we do this with just this now that we have increased fire rate? Let's do naval tactics. Lovely. Yeah, this is going to get a surprisingly big amount of pop, so there's that. Look, we're going to have to have this nearby, unfortunately. I don't want to have it nearby, but we're going to have to kind of have it so that it does get a few pots, because I do want this to be buffed, but at the same time, I don't want it to buff other submarines, which we'll have down at some point. We're going to have the Energizer over here, and we're going to have ourselves a sub-commander over here. Now, the reason why we're going to have a sub-commander is very simple. It enables the Preemptive Strike's passive ability to instantly pop DDTs around 99. Berserker Brew, we're gonna seriously need the stronger stimulant up and operational as soon as possible, because honestly, this thing right now is struggling without some serious support here. And once we get the first strike capability, we're gonna then go for a overclock, because we're gonna need to increase the fire rate of this. This has the power, but it does not have the fire rate to keep on going. Round 39. We're going to save up our naval tactics for round 40. Oh, no, for goodness sakes. If we have this out early enough, can we utilize the naval tactics of this round? It is an MOAB. Definitely lifeguard brickle. Can we do this? Can we do this? Can we do this? Lovely. Sort of. Okay, stronger stimulant is now up. It's just outside of the reaches of that. Is this going to affect our means of Okay, it's not going to affect our means of putting down another submarine here. If we have this close to that, then obviously the alchemist can buff it and everything like that, which is not what we want. So how close can we get to this without it being buffed? Okay, so it can kind of get there. I want this to be an plutonium reactor, so that reduces the cooldown of both our first strike capability and lifeguard brickle, mainly for the naval tactics ability. How's it going here? Hope your day's going well, whatever you're doing, whatever you are. I was meant to say wherever you are, but then my brain just went autopilot. Just like it does every other time. Round 49 is going to be very interesting. Let us do that so that our patrol can commence without interruption. And for some odd reason, I misread the round number and thought that was 49 and not 47. But that's still kind of needed. So Brickle now has this little icon, which is what naval balloons get when they're in the range of the plutonium reactor. See, look at that. Reduce ability cooldowns of nearby water-based monkeys by 15%. Can we do this? Lovely. Yeah, this is going to do a little bit of clear up as well. but it's not going to be as relied upon than Brickle is. So do another naval tactics here. Also, the reason why we went for Brickle today is because it's a different hero, rather than always relying on Geraldo for means of support and all that jazz. Gonna need another patrol. Lovely, 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 lovely. Yeah, that's now popped. Excellent. Now, can we get it back in time? Oh, hello, first strike capability. Good, good, good. But we've got to get through this round first.
Relax, raise your hand, and ride the rip.
No. Let's see if we have more towers down, so increase our map-wide range for our ballistic missile. Hopefully this will be able to increase our chances of being able to do this. Let's see. Okay, we've got that down and counted. And so, because some of these are slowed, then perhaps we can do this. Oh, who would have thought that 2 base glue gunners will be able to save us in this? Okay, let's just use the ability then in there. So, what we're hoping for is for having 2 relentless glues down here so that if any mowers get to this side over here and for some odd reason the glue is no longer applied, then we can still do it then and there. Okay, they're getting popped. Lovely, jubbly, excellent. Oh, we're kind of utilizing the cash bug there in a way. Oh, dearie me. Let's see, use the ability there. Perhaps not. Perhaps not. Could have done it for the later tower, possibly. I don't know. Should we have done... Oh, I feel like we should have used naval tactics then and there. Because we have the balloons turning reaction, we don't have to be as shy about using our first strike capabilities or our naval tactics. There we go. Pop that one, hopefully. And pop those 2 there. Okay, around the same area. Also, this map is good for the first strike capability because there's lots of loops here. It means that within a certain area, the first strike capability is able to pop stuff, even if they're not even on that part of the map, because they're within the radius to be able to do so. Oh, gosh. Rely on you a little bit too much here, Brickle. Okay, here's round 56, a bunch of camo balloons, but we have ourselves our submersion supports for being both eyes for the first strike capability submarine, and for the fact of decamifying balloons as well, which is good in and of itself. Okay, so let's not try and use the abilities unless we absolutely have to. So let's use that. Oh, that bunched up of the glue gunner there because there were balloons underneath it that were getting destroyed. That's brilliant. Like, I really like that. I love relentless glue nowadays. People who sleep on relentless glue does not know what the relentless glue can do, sorry. Like, you gotta experiment with different towers and see what they are good at and what they're not so good at. Okay, so let's use that then and there. And let's use naval tactic now. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Clear up these, be more glued. And there we go. Excellent. Round 59 is here. I still don't have a overclock. Once this is up to relentless glue with glue splatter, then we will do that. So, oh, we're gonna need to do that. We're gonna need to do that. Uh-oh. Are we able to get through this round all right? Oh gosh, it seems like we're kind of creating a farm here of some sort, which I don't like. Okay, use that on there. Round 61 is here. Oh, regrows. I hate these guys so much. Can we do this? I hope so. Blast chain is kind of needed here. Oh, let's use that there. Okay, they're all kind of partially damaged / destroyed. More naval tactics required. Goodness sakes. I'm inadvertently creating some kind of regrow farm here without wanting to do it. Like, I think there's a clear difference between inadvertently creating one and creating one on purpose. Even though at the end of the day, you can't really clearly evidence that you're not doing it or are doing it for benefiting yourself. Oh gosh. Blast chain. I kind of need you for a little bit, Brickle.
There's a rip current.
So yeah, I kind of needed to utilize my abilities a bit more there so that we don't have this regrow issue. Oh gosh, this is quite a close round here. I did not use the first strike capability of... Oh great, we're going to need it then and there because of this huge amount of regrows here. Oh dearie me. Now this is surprisingly good against all these ceramics. Like, usually these ceramics are a huge issue, but because of the blast radius of our first strike capability submarine, it means that round 63 is actually not a big threat to us because of the ballistic missiles and its damage towards the... Okay.
Relax, raise your hand, and ride the rip.
Yellow balloons. Can we get a second naval tactics up? Yes, we were able to do that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Very tight. Very tight this round. We managed to do it. Yes. Okay, so let's use that at the very start there while they're still clumped up together. Or we could have used it against these fortified ones. That would have probably been a bit better. But alas, we're here. We're not going to be using this mine ability at all because that only benefits Brickle. But we're not going for a Brickle 2 Megapops. We're going for a Pre-Emptive Strike 2 Megapops. So hopefully that clears that little bit of speculation up. Okay, so once we get ourselves an overclock, we're going to need to invest in some 110 villages to populate around the entirety of the map for round 79. Solely because of the fact that the regrow balloons will regrow like crazy. And we don't want that. Oh, hello. Clear up some of these ceramics. Thank you very much. The more they stick around here, the more the alchemists will give pops. Ooh. Oh, gosh. That did a surprising amount of pops. Not too many, though. Like, it's going to be a close one with this particular tower, especially with the strategy that I'm employing. Like, normally you would use Geraldo for a lot of support here, then and there. Like, you would put the Pre-Emptive Strike closer to the start of the map so that you're able to utilize Jerry's fire just a bit more. But we're not going to do that. We're using Brickle as a means of both offense and defense for today. I hope you understand that. Oh, hello. There we go. It always goes to the strongest most balloons, so that is good in and of itself. Okay, nearly there towards the 14k we need for an overclock naval tactic, and will act as another means of naval tactic for a bit longer. Oh, what is it with these regrows? They're haunting me today. Just do that. Just clear through the round. Thanks to our plutonium reactor, this comes up 15% faster than what it normally would do. So if something takes 10 seconds to cool down, then it'll be 8.5 seconds. 1,800. Yeah, we'll call that 3,600 and a bit. And then we have this, so 8,000. Yeah, cramming over 10,000 when it comes to excess pops is not good. Like, it's going to be a tight one today. Regardless of what we can do here, it's going to be a tight 2 Megapops here. If we don't succeed in this time, then I will definitely come back and try and do this again. No, not Mega Mines, but please. Okay, the engineer's clearing up, which is nice. Doing a tad bit of clear up here, then and there, but we can't really rely on it for clear up. But it's just ironic that it can do that. Overclock is now up and running. Come on, thank you very much. And there's no such thing as an ultra boost in this run, otherwise we cannot afford a preemptive strike. There we go. The overclock is up and ready to rumble. There we go. Round 72. Now it has both overclock and naval tactics. A big increase in our attack speed. Reapply that and we're all good to go. Okay, we have these BFBs to deal with. They're going down quite slowly. Let's just not use any of our abilities. We can deal with this with just this tower. Let's see, there's that done and dealt with. Overclock is the only one which I'm not worried about, simply because of the fact that there's 100% uptime when it comes to tier 4 towers. when it is applied to a tower. So again, we're not going to be using naval tactics. Naval tactics doesn't have 100% uptime, and therefore you should use that more sparingly. Although sometimes in the mid game I relied on it a humongous amount of times. So again here, we're not going to be bothering with any kind of stuff. Let's just allow this to ride out. Do that. Lovely jubbly. It's when ceramics, or mainly regrow ceramics, are spaced out, that's when they become a problem. But if they're more or less clumped up together in a small amount of space, the ballistic missiles are dealing with them just fine. Yeah, naval tactics here, because these regrows will become a menace later on. If we do not deal with them now, there we go, there we go. Keep on. Okay, we're just going to use this ability then and there, so we don't have to deal with all of these fortified ceramics. Round 75 is coming to a close, and now we have ourselves a means of regrow blockers. Purely for round 79. This is the only reason why I'm investing in these. Okay, so naval tactics, keep on going. Oh, once they reach that loop, that is a big killing point there because of the amount of them that can be. Oh my god, there's still a ton of them though. Oh my god. Okay, we're going to need another naval tactics here. Goodness sakes, that's annoying. That's really annoying to deal with. Okay, round 77 is here. Let's just deal with that. Okay, we're going to be putting ourselves a balloon sabo up here. That's going to be out of the way and not popping stuff. Question mark. Maybe over here would have been better for clear up in case if anything does leak. So let's do that. Okay, so... Now? Yes, it caught those other Moabs there. Lovely. I just want these BFBs to be left to be the sole target of our ballistics. 77. Okay, another overclock applied here. Okay, so we have naval tactics and overclock ready for beginning of round 78. Let's just use it now, actually. Let's not waste any time here. Let's just get these done and dusted as soon as possible. And we should have another naval tactics ready for when the second wave of ceramic spawns out. And I'm hoping that we will be able to, you know, deal with it. Have all of them decamofied and all that. Oh, hold on. I've got another idea, actually. Boink. I didn't pop all of them, but it popped a good amount of them. That ability in itself has a pierce gap, and the sheer amount of balloons that there were there, or it could have been the fact that not all of them were decamofied, so therefore the ability did not affect it because this is not at radar scanner. Okay. Oh, I should have gone this sooner. Okay, I hate this round with a vengeance. I dislike this round because we have ourselves a huge issue here when it comes to regrow rainbows and all that jazz. Okay. Let's deal with the first BFB. Balloon Sabo. Oh gosh, this is so bad. Like, this is really bad. Oh, another naval tactics. I desperately need you. No, they're going to escape. No, the problem are multiple regrow rainbows. That's what the problem is here. Thank you very much, Brickle. We have this menace to deal with. Okay, okay, come on. We need to use blast tactics here. I don't honestly need it. I don't need it for the extra mines that are laid down here. Come on, please. Still not enough fire rate. Curse these regrows. Okay, another balloon sabo is up. Good, good. Keep on going. I don't care about these BFBs. They are the least of my issues here. Which one is it? Number 5. There we go. So we're going to wait. Actually, this is a good spot, isn't it? Yeah, this is a very good spot. Yoink. And target the first fortified one. Now we've still got all of these to deal with. Okay, so we're going to make sure that this loops around again. But then, actually, hold on. Let me try and target the last one. No, that didn't work out. I was hoping to kind of get them both together. with a single click of a button. Okay, there we go. That destroys that. Round 80 is here. So let's just slow this down because we can do that. And honestly, we're not going to need the naval tactics for this round because of how slow it's going. Also, thanks to the fact we've got Relentless Glue here. That's really helping out. So, what I want to do is just pop this normally. What we have an issue with this particular tower is the fact that with the ability, it skips layers. And when you skip layers, you get less damage. When you get less damage, that means that the chance of getting your 2 Megapops is going to be less. So we want to not skip layers as much as we can and just rely on the default attack in order to actually do this. And I'm going to apply the same kind of tactic when it comes to the bad. Skipping layers is bad because the game does not calculate those skipped layers at all. Okay, so how close are we when it comes to the popping of this thing? I could have done naval tactics to speed this up, but honestly, I don't think that really matters. So, perhaps I should have done naval tactics, to be honest. Okay, there we go. There's, you know what? We're going to use naval tactics now. Let's just clear this up so that other... Oh. That could have been bad, actually. That could have been a very bad outcome there. So let's not be too shy of our naval tactic usage. I'm sure for some of you that is a little bit irking or a little bit cringy. But to be honest, we're still doing this. And at the end of the day, if you go from A to B successfully, then it doesn't matter how many mistakes that you made along the way. Those mistakes are in themselves lessons, and not everything has to be on paper perfect, because there's no such thing. There's always a ways of being able to do something more efficiently, yes, but it doesn't mean you have to be stupidly restricted to the game to where you have to do everything under a script. Okay, that was kind of good at first. Okay, so combine both naval tactics and overclock, and then there's the balloon saber as well after that, hopefully just to slow them down a little bit. There we go. We want to get ourselves the Pre-Emptive Strike next, and then we're going to think about Sub Commander as another means of support. Who would have thought that we're going to have multiple tier 5s down for our 2 Megapops? Let's see, put all of those within an area there. There's still some layer skipping there, but honestly, we're going to really need it. Gonna need it for this. All of this. This is probably not the most conventional way of doing this particular 2MP, but guess what? I do not care. We're in this game to have fun, not to be absolute sweat lords. And do everything microscopically well from a script. From extensive research of 500 hours into a particular 2 Megapop scenario, I will be able to precisely predict that within this particular moment, that by using our our first strike capabilities, we'll be able to do the most amount of damage. Okay, so slow them. No, not the Mega Mines. I don't want any boys deployed at all. I don't want any of those deployed. Just keep on going. Then our ability is back up and running. There we go. Keep on going. Keep on going. Why weren't they relentless glued? Now? Yes, now that was good. You can clear a lot of those and you're in good clearings of doing it. So let's see. 14.2. I'm gonna call that 16. No, 18 and a half. Yeah, 22,000. So we've only got 20k of leeway here. But the issue with this particular two Megapops is down to the fact that we are kind of skipping layers here, which is bad. Naval tactics, because we're going to really need it. Use that on. Is this any better? Should be better. There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Excellent. Now let's use the balloon sabo there to slow down the beginning of the round so that they're more clumped up than they usually are, so that each ballistic missile can pop even more. Let's see, use that. And perhaps I could have done that a bit more strategically so that they're all over here instead. When I unleash the ability, yeah, perhaps that might be the issue with this particular round. I need to wait a bit longer.
Relax. Raise your...
Right, here we go. We are active. Yes, that's much better. That's a much better use of the first strike capability ability there. By having them all grouped up together, we allow that to happen. Still, we are layer skipping in a way, which is annoying because we're kind of partially not counting the ceramics which are inside. So let's clump these up together as well. Need to be very careful here. Let's see, what are we dealing with? Oh, I kind of wish these are not here. Okay, so what can we do here? Can we kind of do this? A little bit, but these are making it too far along the map. Yeah, I think I know what our issue is here.
Relax.
Yeah, using that there was much better. It means we don't have to deal with all of these faster ones initially, but now we've got a bit more time in order to deal with everything. And because this is solely focusing on this front batch here, it means that we do not need to worry about these ones kind of leaking away because there's nothing damaging them. So use a balloon sabo there. Do not allow that leaky blue to escape there. Thank you very much. Hold on, I've got an idea here. Let's target the lastmost one. There we go. And yes, that's kind of what I was hoping for. But then again, there's still this to deal with. Naval tactics is coming up clutch here, but we've still got the rest of these to deal with. Oh, curse you.
Relax. Raise your hand
And that's
ride the
extra
wind.
humiliating as well, a red balloon. Okay, that's much better round this time around. Naval tactics there, and that's good. Okay, so I'm still
Problem is a
gonna
zero
enable these to be popped naturally. I am honestly really nervous about our pop count here. We're barely at 500,000. That's really bad. And not BAD, just bad in general. So again, I'm not going to try and pop these using the ability. We're going to pop them naturally so that we are able to utilize as many of the layers as possible. Otherwise, we're going to end up with a pop count of under 2 million, and people will complain about it. But then again, regardless of what I do, people will complain about it. If I don't use the ability on the bad server, it instantly pops it, people will complain about it. If I don't get 2 Megapops as a final score and our total damage is less than what it should be for a CHIMPS game, people will complain about it because of the fact that we didn't meet the quota for our first strike capability submarine. It's like, regardless of what I do, people always find some way of complaining, and I hate that. It's not the fact that you are complaining, it's the reason why you're complaining. Okay, we did it with that one though. We did it with the second one, but not the first one. Okay, there we go, there we go. Hopefully this should... Oh, Christ. Last check. No.
Relax. Raise your hand and ride the
Fine.
whip.
We're going to use it on the first one, but not the second one, okay? Okay, we instantly killed the first one, but the second one we're going to pop naturally, and I'm hoping this will make the difference between make or break in this particular scenario. Let's see, that's probably come along quite nicely. I don't know the exact amount of health that the ZOMG has left. What do you think I do? Look into the files of the game before I do something? Nah, I'm not a nerd. I'm just a simpleton who plays a game and provides entertainment to the thousands that watch my videos, and I am truly thankful to each and every one of you who watches my videos from beginning to end, or even if it's just parts of it, I'm really thankful as well. So let's see. And we initialize this most amounts. There we go. Okay, so we're going to deal with that. And yeah, it's still looking like what it was last time, which is a bit worrying, to be honest. So let's just put blast chain into effect, and hopefully that will enable us to clear this up. Oh, thank goodness for that. Engineer, you're giving us the eyes that we need for this little bit up here, which is... Okay, I can't even see that point. But it does for missiles, though, which is the thing. I'm going to restart this round. We have ourselves a preemptive strike at the ready. A massive increase in our fire rate of missiles, and every mob that spawns out will get itself a tasty missile with its name on it. And hopefully they will be near destroyed. So with the remainder of our finances, we're going to invest in a sub-commander so that our ballistic missile is even stronger. Its first strike capability is even stronger. Or no, wait, I think it's just the passive ability is even stronger than usual. Let's see now. And these Moabs are popping down even better than usual. Naval tactics and overclock. Lovely. I love the fire rate of this thing. Brilliant. Again, we're not using the ability because that skips layers. But then again, this can skip layers. The passive ability can kind of skip layers, but at the same time, it doesn't really skip layers because of the fact that it's just dealing damage with the layer that it's currently trying to damage and doesn't apply to the layers underneath it. So let's see. Ooh, lovely jubbly. There we go, round 89 is here. This will be able to instantly wipe the DET layer, which is beautiful. Regardless if it can actually see camera or not, it always is going to be able to target any mob that spawns out from the start of the track. Let's see now. Just that one to deal with, round 90. Let's see. Balloon sabers, so they're all nice and clumped up together. Good. Round 91 is here. Yeah, I'm not being too optimistic at this given point in time. Let's just use the ability then and there to deal with that horde of Moabs. Okay, there's that. There's that. Excellent. Okay, so this is going to be in the range, right, of this? No, I don't want it to be under the Alchemist's influence. Okay, I'm just going to deploy it there. So we need another 20k or so until we can get that, which is beautiful. 2.5k, near 20k, 20. Okay, so we've only got about 17,000 left when it comes to spare room here, which is not that. You know what? We'll just deal with it naturally. We're not going to spam the ability unless we absolutely have to. Okay, so naval tactics, please. Round 93.
Problem is a BFB.
Problem is also a DDT. The single ceramic is annoying. Thank you. Don't enable that to escape, please. Let's see. Good. Good. Slow them down whenever you can. Naval tactics again. Reason why I'm using Lifeguard Brickle is because Lifeguard Brickle is new-ish to the game. New to the major update of 98. So, 38. Oh gosh, I can't imagine what the game will be like on update 98. Bloody hell. Every single tower of the Paragon with 2 more new towers or something along those lines. And, well, probably even like a brand new mechanic as well. Something along those lines, possibly. And people will still then be praying for a Balloons Tower Defense 7. But this game, I believe, has only just begun its life cycle, to be honest. Okay, where's my mouse? There we go. Sometimes you lose track of where the mouse is, and it's really annoying to see where it is and all that jazz. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're going to need to utilize the Balloon Saber here a bit more than what we normally would love to bargain for, but all these regrows are annoying because they are very fast. And this thing is not very good against fast balloons in a way. Very good against the DDTs. but nothing else along here. Like, all of these are going really quickly. Okay, so we utilize their abilities just so that we can pop all of these without issue. So we need 1,750 more in order to complete this. Okay, Sub-Commander is up and running, which means this is now even more powerful because this provides extra piercing damage to the Commander itself, obviously, but also all subs in its radius. Now, if you don't know, there is a monkey knowledge point which enables this to be map wide rather than just the towers in its range, which are also submarine. But guess what? This is CHIMPS. And in CHIMPS, monkey knowledge is a non-existent factor. So for those who are going to comment, well, you could just simply place the sub-commander somewhere else, you can still give it the benefits of the sub-commander even though it's not in its range. Just know that there's no monkey knowledge in a CHIMPS game. Just like there's no alternate income in a CHIMPS game using the Jungle Bounties' ability. On my Spirit of the Forest and Carpenter Spike's 2-tower CHIMPS, somebody was really adamant that you could use the ability even in a CHIMPS game. And what I'm going to say is try something for yourself before trying to exclaim that that sort of thing is possible when it's not possible. Like the support chick can still put down its crates, but for some reason Ninja Kiwi enables it so that it can still have its ability to be used, but it just does not give you anything. Like, it doesn't give you any lives and doesn't give you any income. Round 99 is here. Let's see, just do that. And okay, we're just gonna activate the Balloon Sabo Venom there. Not gonna waste any time. Okay, we're gonna unleash the first one. And hopefully we can unleash it again. And then from there, we will not have to deal... Okay, we might have to deal with it. Okay, so I'm going to have this up here for ready. Okay, so... Oh, we're there. Just survive and do this. We've done it. Oh, yeah. That is a... Okay, so... Let's just say that when it comes to the total amount of damage... If we take away 21,000 from this, then we're left with 2,015,000. Still within the ranges of a 2 Megapop scenario. So I did think with some of those regrows, we did kind of artificially make more damage for us. And by that trait, if they were able to fully regrow, then we'd have more money at the very end there. So... Thank you all so much for watching. What could I use my remaining of my money on? Probably just more Sabos, but they were not needed. One of them was needed for round 79, but that was the only kind of need that we needed in this scenario. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to Lifeguard Brickle for providing us with the increased fire rate and your mines that you use to clear out all of those balloons that are getting too close to the end of the map there. But also thank you to all of those other towers as well, including the Balloon-Tonian Reactor, the Sub-Commander, the 110 villagers placed throughout the map so that the regrows do not regrow at all, the Relentless Glues with Glue Splatter, and of course the Pre-Emptive Strike for getting the 2 Megapops Venom there. So if we do manage to get more damage, then always by all means try and calculate the amount that you got over the amount and then subtract it from the 2 Megapops tower that you're getting. Always just do it with that tower rather than subtracting it from other towers which has helped you get to that point. Otherwise it's just a case of, well we've got 50k excess, we could just subtract it from every other tower that's on the map, and therefore all of them got 0, and therefore the only one that got pops is the 2 Megapops ball tower on that given game. So thank you all so much everybody, and thank you for your continuous support. Thank you so much for watching, and take care of yourselves everyone.